Next point from the solid state is semiconductor. Know that semiconductor, that means what? It can shows the property in between the conductors and insulators. It is intermediate between that metal and insulator. The metalloids silicon and germanium are semiconductor. म्हणजे that means what? Metalloids are semiconductors like your silicon and germanium shows semiconductor property. It is intermediate between that of metals and insulators. The empty gap between the conduction band and valence band is smaller one. This is your conduction band, this is conduction band, and this is valence band. There is a very small energy difference between this conduction band and valence band. Forbidden zone is a very smaller one, that means energy gap is very smaller. This is conduction band and valence band. The valence band at above temperature above absolute zero, a few electrons in the valence band have enough energy, thermal energy, to jump through small gap band. Thus conduction band thus become partially filled and valence band becomes partially empty. The energy gap between this valence band and conduction band is a very smaller one, that means than insulator. That's why at temperature above absolute zero, a few electrons in the valence band have enough thermal energy to jump through small gap band. Thus conduction band thus become partially filled and valence band become partially empty. There is a energy gap between these two, conduction band and valence band is very less, that means forbidden zone is very less. That's why at a temperature above absolute zero, at that temperature the electron, there is a sufficient energy to promote the electron from the valence band to the conduction band, and that's why the conduction bands become partially filled and valence band become partially empty. The electron in the conduction band are free to move when electric potential is applied to a semiconductor. When when electron jumps from valence band to the conduction band, at that time electron in conduction band are free to move when applied electric potential is applied to a semiconductor. It conduct a small amount of electricity. Remember, in case of silicon or germanium shows semiconductor, when it can show semiconductor when at that time, when at absolute above zero temperature, at that time valence electron can jump from valence band to the conduction band. At that time what happen, this conduction band become partially filled and valence band become partially empty. At that time, when in the some electrons present in the conduction band are free to move, and when you can apply electric potential to a semiconductor, it conducts a small amount of electricity. A pure semiconductor material which has a very low but finite electrical conductivity is called as a intrinsic semiconductor. There are two types of semiconductor, one is intrinsic and another is extrinsic. In this intrinsic semiconductor, it is the pure semiconductor material. This is the pure semiconductor material, that means no any impurity added for the conduction, only pure metalloid there like silicon or germanium there only. This is pure semiconductor material which has very low but finite electrical conductivity. Very low but finite electrical conductivity is called as a intrinsic semiconductor. The electrical conductivity of a semiconductor increases with increase in temperature. It is a insulator at low temperature and conductors at high temperature. You must remember there are two types of semiconductor. First one is intrinsic and second one extrinsic. In this intrinsic semiconductor, It is the pure semiconductor material which has a very low conductivity but finite electrical conductivity. Is called intrinsic semiconductor. The electrical conductivity of a semiconductor increases with increase in temperature. As the temperature increases, electrical conductivity increases, but it is insulator at low temperature and conductors at high temperature. Then second type we will discuss here, extrinsic semiconductor. In this extrinsic semiconductor, here only pure metalloid are present, but in the case of extrinsic semiconductor, you can added impurity as a other metals, okay, other non-metals. That means what? In the extrinsic semiconductor and doping, it is doping takes place at the doping. That means what you discuss here, extrinsic semiconductor and doping. That means what? The process of addition of minute quantity of impurity to a semiconductor to increase its conductivity is called as a doping. The added impurity is called as a dopant. What happened in this case? You can see here what happened in the extrinsic semiconductor. There are two types, N type and P type semiconductor. In case of intrinsic semiconductor, there is no any impurity, only pure metalloid there. But in case of extrinsic semiconductor, there are some impurity you can add it in a extrinsic semiconductor. What happened? This is silicon crystal lattice, and you can just add phosphorus group 15 elements, or in case of p-type semiconductor, you can just add a group 13 elements. So it can show some conductivity. That means what? The process of adding a minute quantity of impurities to a semiconductor to increase its conductivity is called as a doping. What is mean by doping? Doping means what? This is your silicon metalloid crystal, but in the small quantity of another impurity you can add it, and the increase the conductivity of semiconductor, it is called as a doping. The added substance, the added impurity is called as a dopant. It is called as a dopant. This is called as a dopant. जी आपण impurity add करतो, it's just called as a dopant. So the process of addition of minute quantity of impurity to a semiconductor to increase its conductivity is called as a doping, and the added impurity is called as a dopant. A doped semiconductor having higher conductivity than pure intrinsic semiconductor. That means what? The conductivity of the extrinsic semiconductor is higher than that of intrinsic semiconductor, because of the, in case of extrinsic semiconductor, you can just added impurity and then increase the conductivity of the semiconductor. There are two types of the extrinsic semiconductor, N type and P type semiconductor. In case of N type semiconductor, first we will discuss N type semiconductor. In case of N type semiconductor, there is a increased number of electrons. N type semiconductors takes place because of the increase in number of electrons in the conduction band. In the N type semiconductor, by adding group 15 elements like phosphorus, arsenic or antimony to intrinsic to in this extrinsic type of the system, that means in N type extrinsic group 15 elements are added as an impurity in a silicon, okay, silicon atoms. In this case, silicon belongs to the group 14 elements. You can also take here silicon or germanium. I already told you semiconductors, silicon and germanium shows semiconductor properties. In this silicon lattice, you can just add it as an impurity of group 15 elements like phosphorus, arsenic and antimony as a dopant. Okay, you know that in case of the phosphorus, atomic number is 15 and its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. The valence electronic configuration for this one is 3s2 and 3p3. In its valence shell, how many electrons present there? The 5 electrons present in its valence shell. But in case of silicon, atomic number for the silicon is 14. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. That means there are how many electrons present here? You can simply see here, here 2 only. That means 4 electrons present here in its valence shell. So that's why each silicon atom has 4 electrons covalent bond form करणारे 1, 2 and 3 and 4. There are 4 electron in silicon atom. There are 4 electron in silicon atom. That's why each silicon atom valence shell contains 4 electron. So this silicon has 4 electrons. Also this silicon has 4 electrons. It can share and form such a kinds of covalent bond between them. You can see here this silicon atom has 4 electrons and another silicon atom has 4 electrons and it can form bond between them. 2 electron required form one bond there, so it can form like that bond. You can see here. Okay, this is silicon atom. Each silicon atom has 4 electron. You can see here simply this silicon atom. This is your silicon atom. I can take this silicon atom. Okay, I expand this structure and I can show you. This silicon atom has only its 4 electrons. Okay, so it requires how many electrons for the bonding? 4 electrons. So it can share with another atom, silicon atom, and form a covalent bond between them. Okay, so silicon can form only 4 bonds there. But I just told you in n-type semiconductors, group 15 elements added as an impurity. You can add it like phosphorus, arsenic or antimony. Atomic number for the phosphorus is 15. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p3. What happened in this case? In case of silicon, there are only 4 valence electron, but in case of group 15 elements, there is a 5 electron in its valence shell. How many electrons in its valence shell? 5 electrons. You can see here. I just here show you. This is your phosphorus. I added just. There are 5 electron of silicon. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 electron is left there. There is 1 extra electron. Okay, and each silicon can share with this phosphorus electron and form a covalent bond between them. Okay, I can show here separately. This is your silicon. Okay, this is your silicon and I just added in a phosphorus as a impurity. What happened in this case? I just show here. Okay, you know that the phosphorus atom has 5 electron, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 more electron is extra there. That means 5. But each silicon has 4 electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another silicon atom can attach to them and form a covalent bond. So you can count the electron total. This can form bond. 4 electron can help to share with the 4 silicon atom of the phosphorus atom, but 1 electron extra there. Okay, in a conduction band. That means what? In this case, what happened? This is the one extra electron is present in a phosphorus atom. When small quantity of phosphorus is added to pure silicon, small quantity of phosphorus is added to pure silicon, the phosphorus atom occupies some vacant site. The phosphorus atom can occupy some vacant site of in the lattice in place of silicon atoms. Phosphorus atom has one extra electron. I already told you what happened when small quantity of phosphorus is added to a pure silicon. The phosphorus atom occupies some place of this silicon lattice in the place of silicon atoms. Phosphorus atom has one extra electron than needed for the bonding. There is only 4 electrons required for the bonding with silicon atom, but in phosphorus atom there are 5 electrons. That's why what happened? Therefore, phosphorus atom has one extra electron than needed for bonding. Therefore, silicon dope with phosphorus atom. Silicon dope with phosphorus atom. More number of electrons in the conduction band. The electrons in conduction band move under the influence of an applied potential and conduct electricity. What happened in this case? There is a one more extra electron, and when you can apply electric potential, at that time what happened? This electron can shift here. Again this electron go away, and this electron again shift here. Again this electron go away. That means what? Shift away. That means what happened? There is a conduction of electricity takes place. That means you can simply say that phosphorus atom has one extra electron. Phosphorus atom has one extra electron than needed for the bonding. म्हणजे bonding सोडून there are 4 electron required for the bonding, but one more extra electron for the phosphorus atom. That's why silicon doped with phosphorus has more number of electron in the conduction band. The electron in conduction band move under the influence of an applied potential and conduct electricity. We can apply the electric potential. At that time what happened? Just see here, this electron can shift here, and this electron is go away. Again this electron can shift here, this electron is go away. Then again this electron shift here, this electron goes outside. That means what? Because the charge carriers are the increased number of electrons, silicon or germanium doped with group 15 elements such as N-type semiconductor, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony or bismuth. You can also here use bismuth. What happened there? Why conduction takes place? Because of this extra negative charge, or you can simply say that one extra electron. That's why charge carriers there and increase the number of electron continuously in silicon or germanium. That means negative charge can shift from one place to another charge. That's why it is called as a N-type semiconductor, and group 15 elements can show the N-type semiconductor properties. The next video will discuss some P-type semiconductor. This is a type of the extrinsic dope and doping type of the semiconductor.